What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lyndon Britt from successwithlyndon.com, also the founder of Home Run Marketing, where we cover all bases of your business. And today on Tips or Two with Lyndon, let's get to talking about some things. Let's start off. We're gonna talk about those feet. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about those shoes are too small. Let's talk about how small your shoes are. So you happen to be watching, if you happen to be jumping in here at the recording, the live is already over. Fast forward about a minute or two, it's where the content's going to begin. So as Facebook is actually building up my audience, I want to tell you thank you all for hopping on here, for those that are live, and even those that happen to be catching the recording of this. But got a question to ask. Like I said, what size shoe you wear? What size shoe are you wearing? What size shoe are you trying to fit into? All right, so let me know where you're viewing from as you hop into this thing. I myself is here in the beautiful sunny Dallas, Texas right now. It's still wonderful outside, 70 plus, and windy. It's feeling great out here. But I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day, and I hope your feelings don't get hurt too easy, because today we're going to be talking about some folks, all right? And feel free to throw a few punchlines back, feel free to throw a couple of punchlines back. Snowing, oh my goodness, Miss Lisa. Woo, I could not do it. All right, we're gonna actually make this thing quick. I'm not gonna stay on too long, because there's a very important training I want to hop on to. And matter of fact, you may want to, I'll mention it at the end. But here we go. Let's get to rocking. So those shoes that you have on are too small. So let's talk about it. What size shoe you wear? I myself, you know what I'm saying? These are good old 16. Yeah, these are my work shoes. Good old 16. Guess what? I start talking about myself. I'll be like Eminem in the 8 Mile. You know how it began, where he talked about himself, so it was kind of hard for somebody to throw something else back at him, right? So it'd be like, okay, what else you got to say? Guess what? I wore 16. I kept trying to fit into a 13. How is that possible? Like you had to have some uncomfortable feet. Now, jump right into what I'm talking about. Those shoes are too small. Whose shoes are you trying to fit into? I want to see a lot of people get to talking about the physical sense of things. They start talking about physical aspects. Dang, I used to have a hard time finding 14s for my husband. Yeah, you can imagine what it's like trying to find 16s for me. And depending on the shoe, 17. Yeah, I got problems sometimes. 99 problems, and shoe size is one of them. Anyways, but whose shoes are you trying to fit into? Now, as we dig deep into this, a lot of people probably jumped in here ready to bring your punchline, start talking about it. Oh, I wear boats, I got ships, and all that kind of stuff, and you're thinking about the physical. I want you to begin to think about the mental aspects of things. Whose shoes are you trying to fit into? I had a problem growing up trying to be my dad. I had a problem growing up trying to fit my dad's shoes. Okay? There's somebody that you may be looking up to, somebody that you really adore, and you really just relate to, and all you want to do is be just like that person. That's completely fine. When you're growing up and you're truly trying to find yourself, you're trying to find your niche, you're trying to find a direction in life that you want to go, you've got to have that mentor, you've got to have that direction to kind of lead you where you need to be, point you in the right direction of where you're trying to go. But the one thing you have to learn is you are not that person, and you do not have to become that person. You see, a lot of times when we follow those people that are meant to be our mentors, people that lead and guide us, they're already giving us, if they're true mentors, they're giving us leadership and direction to surpass them. See, a lot of leaders don't give you inspiration. They don't give you messages. They don't give you instructions. They don't give you details, and they don't give you lessons just for them to drag you along right behind them. They give you lessons so you can shorten that learning curve and run next to them and surpass them. How many people do you know that would be so glad if you followed everything they say and you surpassed them at a specific time in their life, whether it be age, opportunity, whatever it may be, finance, whatever it is? How many people do you know would actually glorify, be excited for you, and celebrate you because you did exceedingly and abundantly more than what they did? They are happy. If you think about karate, a kung fu master, anything like that, my boy Joseph Walker always talks about this. He was on this kung fu thing a week or two ago, and It is always like they say, you can never surpass your master. But when you reach that point where you're to that point where everything that your master has been trying to teach you, or your sensei, if you're talking about the martial arts world, your sensei, everything he's been trying to teach you, all of a sudden everything clicks and you hit that top point, that peak of your martial arts status or ability. How wonderful and how excited and happy that sensei is for their student. But that sensei is not meant for you to become that person. Whose shoes are you trying to fit? A lot of people in my network marketing industry, and you have mentors. There are people, you got the Les Browns, you've got the Rob Fords, you've got the Diane Hockmans, you've got the give me a couple of names, y'all. Type a couple of folks in there and stuff like that. A lot of people, my Doug Fireballs and stuff like that. Fireball. I always mess his name up. Sorry about that, Mr. Doug, if you're watching this. But you've got those type of people, and Tony Robbins, all those kind of folks, and you look and you say, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to do what he did, and I'm going to get what he has. They give you lessons to surpass them. Don't be that person. Though that person's shoe size is like me trying to be just like my father, Mark Lalonde. That guy's awesome. Phenomenal marketer. With all the information, think about all the information that these people actually give, the lessons that they give. If you actually do exactly what they say, the lengthening curve, I mean, because they've achieved the amount of success to be able to learn this stuff in a lot of them between a 5 and a 10 year process. A lot of them between the 5 and a 10 year process. And if you happen to learn that and you shorten that curve, you actually achieve that success within maybe 2 to 3 years. Imagine how excited that person could be. Hey, this person followed my instruction. That's a testament for what kind of leader, what kind of instruction that person is. Like, man, it took me 10 years to do it, but this person followed my instruction. They did it in 2. That let me know it's possible. If somebody else can do that and grab on and actually jump right in, they might be able to do it in 1. Who knows? Okay. But like I said, the mistake that I made growing up was I was always trying to fill my father's shoes. That was me. I was looking to go along a path of following in his career path. I wanted to make the money my father made. I wanted to do the things my father did, knowing that there was something else, that it was something else meant for me to do beside what my father did. And that's not to say that my father isn't a great person. My father is actually my hero. My father is my hero. I love that man to death. That is my hero. But it was not meant for me to walk in his shoes. He given me the direction and the information and the knowledge that I need growing up to help me become the man that I become. But at some point, you got to put on your own shoes. You got to tie your own shoes. You got to stand up, and guess what? You've got to walk in your own shoes. You got to walk your own path. Because you know what happens when you try to walk in the shoes of those people that you're trying to walk in? Number one, those shoes are too small for you. You've outgrown those shoes. You've already done what this person is you already know what this person is capable of. Now it's time for you to figure out, what am I capable of? These shoes are too small. It's time for me to, and I'm not saying that to say you're better than the person you're following, but there you can achieve so much more. You can achieve so much more when you learn to walk in your own path and destiny. Okay? That is the purpose of those shoes are too small. That is the key point to this message today, that you have to walk your own path. Because what happens when you decide, hey, I'm going to put on this person's shoes and I'm going to walk this person's path and I'm going to do what that person did. Now, before they gets taken out of context, when you've got somebody that is above you, or a certain level in the company or something like that, that have actually superseded, and you're trying to get to that level, I'm not saying don't follow instructions. Don't get that wrong. A lot of people don't. I just read a post by one of my mentors, Ms. Diane Hockman, that said there was a guy whose ego got in his way because he was talking. This is a #1 affiliate in a company of 100,000 people. Number one, 100,000 people in an affiliate company, and she is number 1. And this person's ego, he had too big of an ego to tell her that she didn't know what she was doing. She's the number 1 out of 100,000 plus people. Okay, now learn when to shut up. You gotta learn when to humble yourself. So I'm not saying don't follow instruction of the people that are giving you, but when you decide I'm gonna put on these shoes and I'm gonna walk this person's path, guess what? You're gonna make the same mistakes that person made. You're gonna walk into the same dead end walls as that person did. Now understand, if it took this person 10 years to do this, and you decide I'm gonna walk the exact same path you do that, guess what? It might take you 10 years. Same thing. Might take you 10 years. Difference is they may have the strength enough to go 10 years. Do you? Like I said, if they can instruct you, you can follow instructions, you can learn how to walk your own path, put on your own shoes, time up on your own, and you shorten that learning curve. You shorten the lengthening time for you to see success because you decide to walk in your own path and destiny, because you realize it's uncomfortable wearing those shoes that are too small. It's uncomfortable putting on everybody else's shoes. And a lot of times you trying on this person's shoe on this foot, this person's shoe, this is uncomfortable. Then you come back and you try this person's shoe on, then you try this person's shoe on. None of the shoes fit. You have to be like Cinderella. Eventually, it's only that you got that one shoe, that glass slipper only fits one foot. And you've got your own glass slippers. Nobody else can fit your shoes. You can't fit anybody else's shoes. Your shoes are meant for you and you only. Be willing to walk your own path. Be willing to learn how to take instructions, but don't walk in anyone else's shoes. Okay? You got your own footsteps that you have to be able to follow, because believe it or not, there are people following you. And if you decide you want to mislead them because you're too stubborn to learn, I've got my own shoes to fill. It's very difficult to stuff your foot into a shoe that's too small. It becomes very uncomfortable very quickly. It becomes very uncomfortable to put on shoes that are too big as well. In other words, don't try to jump ahead of yourself. That's another mistake a lot of people make. You jump ahead of yourself. What happens when you anybody ever experienced putting on shoes that were actually too big and tried to walk in them? You remember as a kid when you used to put on your parents' shoes? What happened? They flop around, you trip, you fall, your foot comes right out of them. A lot of times you decide to stay on too long, and this is something that I did when I had a couple of pairs that was too big. You end up getting blisters on your feet because your foot doesn't have any traction. It just rubs back and forth. You end up getting blisters and sore spots on your feet. You got to be able to fit your own shoes. The shoes that you may be trying to fit right now, are they too small? Find that person that's meant to be your mentor. Stop having 14 and 15 mentors that you're trying to follow and walk in their footsteps, because they're all trying. A lot of these marketers, hey, they have their own techniques. They have their own techniques. I know a mentor of people that do Snapchat. My guy, I'm not even gonna mention names. Snapchat is his profession. Twitter is another guy's profession. We've got LinkedIn. I know a profession. YouTube. My girl Harvard. There's a couple of folks. Then we've got email marketing. The young lady I mentioned earlier. Then you've got Facebook. Then we've got Instagram from the young lady. I'm not even throwing out their names, but they each have their own path of success. And everybody, you've got the one person, and you got one person trying to put on everybody else's shoes except their own. What is working for you? What works best? What do you got to find out? Guess what? Any of them work. Put it like that. Any of the ways to market your business, to grow your business work. They all work. What you have to do is find out, put on your own shoes and find out how your business plan, how you can cater that business plan to your marketing. How you can cater that business plan to promoting what it is that you have to offer. And don't follow and do everything that everyone does. So many different professions, so many different professionals that did it in so many professional ways. I've always heard, and I've heard in this thing, there are a million ways to make $1 million. There are a million ways to make $1 million. You can only pick one. Because if you start trying to spread yourself too thin, trust me, you're going to run into a couple of problems. So, the message for today, those shoes are too small for you. You got corns, you got blisters, you got all that kind of good stuff. Start trying to fit in your own shoes. if this was a value, this was just this was kind of a mental thing. This wasn't meant to tell you about any business opportunity or something like that. But I want you to begin to think about the path and the steps you're taking to grow your business. I know too many people that are focusing on too many things. I want this message to help you begin to focus. Shoes come in pairs. Left foot and a right foot. Reason being, because you have a left foot and a right foot. And when you go to try on your shoes, when you go to put on your shoes, you don't have somebody else come say, hey, come try these on, see how they fit you, and then I'm going to wear them if they fit you. No. You put on your own shoes, you try them on yourself, you walk in them yourself. When you buy them because they're of comfort to you after you try them on and you test them out, right? Same thing with your business. You find out what works for you and you stick with it. You buy that path. You go in that path. You walk in that path. All right. So, like I said, this was a mental type thing I want you to begin to learn. I want you to begin to think as you focus on how am I growing my business? Who am I following? What am I doing? You don't need to have 15 mentors with 15 different ways of becoming successful, because all the ones that I didn't just name any names, but the 8 different people that I'm talking about all make 6 figures plus a year. But I'm not trying to follow this person. I'm not trying to follow the one that does Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, email marketing, video. I'm not trying to follow all of them, and neither should you. Find the one niche that fits your shoes, take it full blast, and run all the way out. All right. So if this was a value, likes, comments, share this thing out for a lot of people that you know that just can't seem to sit still, can't seem to find one way to be able to grow their business. Let them see this. Like, look, I want to give you a lesson on how to begin to focus on one thing. You can't fit their shoes. You can only walk in your own path. Share this thing out. Miss Lisa said, how I feel about my kids. My oldest daughter complains that she can't do things I can do. I keep reminding her she isn't me and she needs to be her. That is exactly right. The same thing goes for your children as well. There was a mistake that I made trying to be everything that my dad was when I could only be me. You can only be you. You can only walk in your path. You can only do things as you do it. All right. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. I appreciate you hopping on the live. If this was a value, like I said, share this thing out to a couple of folks that may need to hear it, that you're connected to, that I'm not. I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day. If you enjoyed this live, there are several more marketing tips and business growth tips over at my Facebook fan page at facebook.com/Lyndon Britt, the number 2. Lyndon Britt, the number 2. And you all have a blessed and wonderful day. You could also find more free training on successwithlyndon.com. I have a newsletter that you can hop on if you enjoy. I give out marketing tips outside of the live and stuff like that to be able to help you learn how to generate more business for your online and offline marketing as well. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Appreciate you hopping on the live, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for Tips or Two with Lyndon. Oh, matter of fact, like I said, there's a free webinar that's going on right now. Figure out how to get more people looking at your business opportunity. It's happening right now. So I'm about to hop off and hop right over there. I will actually post a link in the comments if you want to attend it. It's free. It's going on right now if you want to hop on. But I'm about to get out of here. And if y'all want to attend it, hop on over. And I'm not talking about people just actually looking at your business opportunity. I mean, some people just click it on and click it off. How to actually get people looking at your business opportunity. That's what's happening right now. But y'all have a blessed one. If you want to attend it, I'm about to put it in the comments now. See you later.